Well, this is a different setup, isn't it? Ah, where to begin? Where to begin? Listen, I really gotta thank you guys for this phenomenal last 3 weeks. It is really gonna be something that I will not forget. The amount of impact that I have had on this small community in TikTok, this small little group, and it just keeps filling up, and it's just this tiny little, it's a tiny little bucket of beans, and it just keeps filling up, and it's absolutely amazing how much this community has came together, and you're constantly supporting each other, and you're constantly looking out for each other, and that was my goal for TikTok, was to make a community that was self-sufficient. I wanted to make a community that would be able to help themselves enough to where they could help other people. And now I have a community that does that. I have a community that reaches out to each other. And it's something I could never, ever ask for anything more from. This community is honestly so special to me. And every time, like right now, I had to make this video. It is like 2 o'clock in the morning, but I had to make this video. I'm just straight monologuing right now. I think the earliest time that I've ever actually realized how much of an impact I have on people as a creator was probably back in, I think, 2019. Somebody commented on one of my videos and they were like, "Hey, you remind me of my friend who passed away last year. Can you please make a video acting like you're answering the phone or leaving a voicemail or something saying that you're okay?" And I was like, you know what? I could actually help somebody's mood today. I could do this. And I did. I recorded the audio, got everything fixed. And that was it. That was the entire video. Was me going through and being like, "Hey, listen, okay? I know it seems like I'm gone forever, but I'm still with you. I'm just not in the light of view, the sight of you, I'm just not in the sight, the point of view that you are in." Something like that. And I think that's when I realized that, if I could stick to this area that I'm in, and if I could stick to this pathway that I have, I could help so many people, even if it's just making positive, uplifting content. And that's what I do. I make that positive, uplifting content daily. And now I can make that positive content for 122,000 people. I can't even begin to imagine that. Especially since so many times I wanted to quit TikTok because I was just not there. My interaction was just not there. I was not doing anything good. And now I'm rooting for people that have came below me, came above me, and now I'm rooting for them from by the sidelines because, hey, I'm stoked for them. I met them through TikTok. I interacted with them. Heck, some of them I've had some really great conversations with. And what does it cause? It causes this phenomenal thing to happen where I hop in one of their DMs and I'm like, "Hey, my stream count went up from 40 to 70 today." And what happens? Even though they're getting 1K average, they're rooting for me. They're rooting for me. And I'm rooting for them every step of the way because that's how we should be. We shouldn't be showing jealousy towards each other because of some app. We shouldn't be showing jealousy whenever somebody starts climbing and doing good. We should be showing empathy. We should be showing compassion. We should be showing, like, absolute, like, decent human, like, decent, we should be showing common human decency to people. And that's, like, my entire view on life, is that people should have the opportunity to live their best life. And when they're not living their best life, then they should have people by their side trying to root for them until they do. They should have people rooting for them, picking them up, resting them on their shoulder, leaning on them, so that the person who isn't in their best moments can start working on themselves more and can start building on themselves more without the struggle of being alone. I couldn't imagine ever being alone through my battles. There were so many battles that I had, and I don't even think people realize that, like, they saved my life. There were people, toxic, not toxic, friends that have came and gone, and friends that have stayed, that have absolutely saved my life. And all it was that I wasn't alone. I wasn't alone whenever I needed them. And that's why I try my best to, like, communicate to my community in a group setting, because even if I don't DM you back, even if I'm not constantly looking at chat, even if I'm reading your comments and not answering back, I'm still reading every comment. I'm still reading every DM. I'm still reading every message that comes to my chat. And even if some of them make me uncomfortable, I read every single one. And I will admit, some of the things that keeps me going as a content creator is, like, I see your messages. I see these messages coming through on my Instagram, where it's these long paragraphs and it's talking about how much your positive outlook on yourself has changed since you started seeing how good I was doing. Instead of being jealous, you were like, hey, I could do that. And that's really what I want. You look at somebody and you're like, yo, I could be like them. How can I be like them? And when they say you just focus on yourself and you start doing that and you start being happier because you stop worrying about being other people's issues, because it's not your place to be their issue. If you're in their life, you're in their life and you should be uplifting them. But if they're starting to walk away, you shouldn't burden yourself with that. You shouldn't be burdening yourself. I think. You shouldn't be pushing a burden on yourself that doesn't belong there. That's another thing that I, like, constantly pressure on, is that you never know who is temporary in their life. You can never promise permanence. But the people who stay permanent in your life, those are some of the best people. Sometimes some of the best people to talk to, and I'm going to be honest, is the people that you meet once and you never see again. It's those people that you come in and it's like in a gas station, in a store, and you talk to them because, like, something happened, like you talk to them for a minute. It can change your whole outlook. It honestly can. One of the happiest guys I think I've ever met is some stranger in a McDonald's. And what stands out about him is he's the happiest guy that I've ever met. He had one arm, one prosthetic arm, he had a prosthetic leg. And yet he was smiling. And, like, me and him struck up a conversation while we was waiting for our food. His reason for being happy? He could be lying on his back right now. But yet he's able to go and walk just because of how well he turned out. He said that he could not be less happy in a world like that, where he got an opportunity to be better than worse. And like, that's how I started looking at life. That's why when people when people ask me like why in the world I say 2020 is such an amazing year, it's because I say like it's unpredictable. It's something that I can't regret. I'm not going to regret 2020 at all. In fact, 2020 is probably going to be my highlight year. It sucked. COVID-19 hit. A lot of my political toxicity hit during this year. But all in all, I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about the people around me. And I learned a lot about how it feels where you truly connect with somebody. I've met communities, I've met people, and I've met places and businesses and all this. And I'm starting a career almost from TikTok, from Twitch. There's a slim chance, and I'm going to say slim, that I could become a full-time content creator doing the thing that I love most, connecting with people just from interacting and just from building a community. And I didn't even ask for it. It feels like way too much sometimes whenever I look into TikTok, I look into Twitch, and it's in triple digits. It's not like I can't even like imagine. Like it, all I asked for whenever I started getting a following on TikTok, it was maybe like 10K. As I said, all I asked for is a community. I don't ask for money. I don't ask to be the most famous person. I just ask for a community that cares, loves, and supports each other. No matter the religious background, no matter the political background, people deserve to uplift and lift each other for who they are. Not just because they're a Christian, not just because they're in the LGBT, but they should be lifted up because they're human. They should be cared for because they're human. That's all I asked for. Y'all have given me way much more than that. And I couldn't, I honestly, I couldn't ask for more. It blows my mind sometimes. When I just look in the comments and I look at my messages, and all I see is positivity. And all I see is people denying the negativity, denying the hatred. Because yes, I do get some hate comments and they just deny it. They lift people up that are leaving negative comments. They're pushing out the hate with love. They aren't pushing it out with more hate. They're pushing out with love and support. Just like I do. And just like I said that they should do. And I'm making this video at 2 o'clock in the morning because, like, I honestly cannot express enough how absolutely much it changed my life when I started getting community on TikTok. How much even, like, the smallest bit has, like, made my entire existence flip around. I know this video isn't like my normal ones. I'm usually upbeat and happy and, you know, guys, let's do it. But, like, I had to rant. I had to get it off my chest about, like, how thankful I am for you guys. I want my community to see me in this setting. I want my community to see me in the part of me that where I'm not completely the happiest, jumpiest person around. Because I think if y'all see me like this now, then y'all better be prepared for it in future events if something does happen where I'm in this state. And I'm not the happiest, jumpiest, supportive, I will always be supportive, but not the most happiest, jumpiest, positive person there is. Because it will come. I know it will. There's gonna be a day where I'm just not in the uplifted mood, and I'm just really in the hurt that day. So, first video on YouTube. What's up, America? I hope you guys have an amazing life. I hope you go out and you achieve your dreams. And I hope you go out and you do amazing things. But most importantly, I hope you go out and you do those amazing things and you build up this future with positivity and support. It's like one of my biggest inspirations said, there's 2 ways to build a building. You can either build the biggest building, or you can build a decently sized building and crush everything else around you. And one of those ways simply ignores everything that I've been teaching you. One of those ways is destroying everyone around you so you're on the top. One of those ways is just getting to the top by being yourself. That's what I want y'all to do. I want you to be yourself. But I want you to be the best you that you can be. Because when you're the best you that you can be, there's no negativity at all. Alright. First vid on YouTube. No editing, by the way. My foot fell asleep.